bigger big deal here tonight. This is from LG. This is the latest technology in TV viewing. And if you're like myself, you watch a lot of TV, well, let's upgrade you to the thing that you do most, where you spend the most time, the focal point of your home. This is the C9 series, the latest from LG. So if you are looking to discover that new evolution of a TV experience from the leading electronics brand, this is it right here, right now. It is your 4K. It's the best 4K because it's from LG, who introduced 4K technology to the U.S. The O in the LED that you're going to see on your screen, major. So when you're shopping comparative retail values, look for OLED and look to see if they are offering 1 year of this. As a mom of Disney lovers in the house, just launch Disney Plus. You are getting a full year subscription. This in and of itself is a gift. The ultimate family gift, or again, upgrading yourself. Now, here are your options. We have this gorgeous 55-inch screen, the 65-inch screen, but leading the way in terms of where TVs are going, because we are spending more and more time in front of screens, why not choose the biggest screen, go big on that family gift, and get that amazing cinematic experience with the 77-inch. Now, here's the deal. It's a big deal, and this price will be expiring. We are saving you up to $800 depending on the size that you get. But again, that's expiring. Now, here's why I shop electronics at QVC. This weekend, we are including the shipping and handling. You have 6 easy monthly payments of either $250, I'm going to call it, $350, or $833 and change. That is incredible when it comes to budgeting, but here, I have something better for you. When you shop with that QVC credit card, the Q card, which you can only find here, and if you open a brand new credit card, this Q card, we're going to give you $40 to spend on a future purchase, but I will allow you to get 18-month special financing with this Q card, which brings the price down drastically then. So you're taking that 6 easy monthly payments to 18-month special financing, no interest if paid in full within that year and a half. To walk us through everything we need to know about the latest in the technology that you're going to be getting on this QVC 2 Big Deal, Brett Hamilton.
Hopefully it's somebody else, because this is a lot.
I'm so glad you're here. You're going to unpack it all for us.
We're going to make it easy.
Brett Hamilton is our electronics expert, and I know that you were so excited about this offer because you said, you know what, I own a version of this TV, and let me tell you, no other TV compares.
Yeah, we had a today's special value, not this past Labor Day, the Labor Day before, and I believe that was 2 generations back from this, maybe 1. Either way, it's hanging on the wall in my home. I saw this TV. I spent a couple weeks with the TV back then. I spent an entire day with the TV, and I fell in love with the TV. And I know what you're doing. You're looking at the price, and you're going, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it is a lot of money. And there's a big, big difference between an LED, straight-up 4K TV, and organic LED. Organic LED is a fancy name for what is happening within the picture, what is happening within the screen, what's happening inside there, what's happening to create that. Now, you guys are at a slight disadvantage because unless, actually, I take that back. Even if you were watching on the exact same TV at home, QVC is not going out the proper signal to populate this and make it look that pretty. Amazon Video does, and Netflix does, and there's some other servers or services that will give you the full 4K with organic LED and all that love. But the nice part about it is we're going to do this one by one. I'm glad we have an hour. First of all, you've got a future-proof TV. Anything that television will require for the next few years and beyond is built inside here, even if it has not been released yet. And that's crazy to think that they're thinking that far ahead. But let's take a second and talk about what the difference is between straight up 4K in the LED world and 4K in the organic LED world, because that's where the price difference comes. You can go and Google and look up an LG 4K TV and you will spend a lot less money. There's no doubt about it. I'm calling it out right here and right now. But what happens is, and here's the difference, straight up LED works this way. It's got light panels in the back. It's backlit. And it has the pixels, right? There's 8 million pixels inside here. Before we got to 4K, we had 1080p, and then I had about 2.5 million pixels.
Can I interrupt you for
Sure.
a second? This is
stunning, isn't it?
lifelike. You feel like you are on vacation.
Ricola.
Brett Hamilton, we watch a lot of TV in our house. We game, we had sports on all day, Sunday, NFL, right? And when it comes to hanging out as a family, this is where we spend the most time. I have never, and my husband's obsessed with technology and TVs, seen a picture like this.
Black. The reason I'm pointing out the black with nothing on the screen is that's where the whole organic LED story starts. Traditional LED has panels in the back and it lights up the pixels. You may or may not know that. What is the difference between traditional LED and organic LED? No light panels in the back. It doesn't try to compensate and give you all the colors. What it does is the 8 million pixels that are inside here all have their own individual light source. And why was I pointing to the black screen? Because black is impossible to create. There's always going to be light. So how is it that this black is so pure? How is it this black is so realistic? Because anywhere that you need actual black, instead of trying to create it, they simply turn those pixels off. So anywhere here that's supposed to be black, not gray, not some version of dark gray, whatever it might be, where it's supposed to be midnight, dark, black, no light on in the room.
This is crazy.
They're just turning off the pixels. Those 8 million pixels, they can go, and this thing is smart enough to say, I need black, I need gold, I need bronze, I need whatever this is right here, some hue of blue.
You guys, this is incredible, unmatched. We have sold 260,000 LG TVs here at QVC. This is their newest C9 series of that OLED, that 4K technology, the best of the best, the latest in innovative technology that LG is bringing us. If you have any questions, if you are shopping, if you own a previous model of an LG TV, when I went online to see the reviews, amazing reviews. I'd love to hear your story. 800-500-1556 if you want to share your story with Brett and I this hour. We have a 55-inch, a 65-inch, the whopping 77-inch, which is really hard to find at retail. My husband's like, no, you mean 75. And I'm like, nope, 77. It's so amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to display it on the stand, which is included, or you can mount it on the wall if you do get a bracket. That remote is voice activated. It's a smart remote in with that smart TV working together. The batteries are included. You're getting a year of Disney Plus on an expiring QVC 2 big deal price. I know it's the weekend that we're shopping for the best prices. And Brett, I love that right out of the gate, you were telling us about, let's address the elephant in the room, the price. But the price, you're saving up to $800 off our QVC price. It will go back to that price. Your shipping and handling is included. By the way, we're going to bring it either into the garage or into the house and connect with you on the best time and day to deliver that brand new gorgeous TV, whether you're upgrading your family's TV or this is a very, very, very generous gift for a son or daughter or a family gift for someone you really love. 6 easy monthly payments, special financing of 18 months. And when you're out price comparing right now, maybe you're online doing that, Brett, we want to make sure that we're comparing apples to apples. Make sure you're looking for what?
You're looking for the difference between what we're showing you here and what's in most stores. There are LG TVs that are not OLED, and that's what I was trying to explain to you, is that what you're seeing here is those 8 million pixels all lit individually. That's the big difference. So it's perfect. It's as close to looking out the window as we are right now, because even Christine said before, it's stunning. You look at this picture.
It's crazy good. When I'm looking at it on our monitor, it looks nothing like what I'm seeing in person.
And that's the hard part. That's the hard part about showing you guys at home something that you can't see. You're going to have to take our word for it. But the bottom line is there is an enormous difference between straight up LED and organic LED. They are all 4K TVs. 4K was the next evolution in television. Remember when high def came out, they call it 1080p, right? That's about 2.5 million pixels. Now there's 8 million little dots that create this image. But as you look at these colors, the reason that they look so lifelike is because of those pixels that I'm talking about. All that good stuff comes to life and you don't have to know the first thing about it. But that's just scratching the surface. We hit the home button on this magic remote and it truly is magic. Look at this. It essentially has a mouse.
Wow.
So if you're inside Netflix, for example, instead of having to scroll up, down, left, right, or whatever, you can point to what you want and make it happen. But let's talk about this for a second.
Oh.
I was one of the first ones that day, 2 or 3 weeks ago, when it became available. And I'm not usually like an early adopter for the streaming services and stuff. I'll wait here and wait to see what people are saying about it.
Well, like everyone is talking about this, and my kids are like, Disney Plus, Disney Plus. Like that's a gift in and of itself to get that.
2 words.
What is that?
Baby Yoda.
That I
Baby
haven't heard of.
Yoda.
But I mean, Yoda, yeah. But,
Let me finish.
Okay.
Mandalorian is a original Star Wars series, and inside there, at the end of the very first episode, you see a little tiny Yoda. Now it's not actually Yoda.
but
It's a little baby Yoda.
You think it's
Well,
little baby Yoda?
We're not sure. This
We're not
series
sure.
takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi, so Yoda was already up and old and all that good stuff. I digress because look
I'm
at
more
all
of like
that
a
you can
Noelle
watch now.
kind of girl. Give me all the rom-com.
Yeah, well, look at this. Look at what you can now watch on your television. Because aside from the fact that it's gorgeous,
Best movie for Christmas ever.
if you go and pick up Disney Plus, wait a minute, we're giving it to you for a year.
Wow.
So now you get your Disney fix and then some. Because just about everything you can think of from Disney will now be in your house for the first year.
So good. Look at all these movies.
Yes.
I love that it's like young and old. There's something
All
for
mixed together.
everyone,
Look,
right?
even Fantasia, how it all began essentially.
That
right?
was the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
And that's a weird movie.
That is a little bit weird
That is
when
a
you
weird
think
movie.
about it. My
Again.
daughter today introduced her to Cinderella. She loved it.
I'm a little addicted to this one. This is a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, because I'm not a big Minnie and Mickey Mouse Disney person. I like all the dark stuff, like the Haunted Mansion stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they take you into the history of how they built the Magic Kingdom in Disneyland and then eventually Disney World. I could show you this all night long. This is just one example. You know, we're going to brag throughout the hour about how good it all looks. But it really comes down to the fact that now you have access to so many different ways to watch TV. And here's one of them that's super cool.
And you don't have to have a cable box to do any of it.
Not only do you not need a cable box to do what we just showed you, you no longer need a cable box on this television to watch QVC because LG has a bunch of channels that are built in.
Oh,
Now, I don't have the rights to show you any of the others, but trust me, there's a whole bunch of them. And you can bounce up and down within this guide. And one of them is QVC, another one is HSN. The TV needs to be connected to the internet. In fact, much of what you're going to do here, downloading apps and streaming and all that other good stuff, requires a Wi-Fi connection. So please follow the whole 3-minute setup for this television. When you turn it on, one of the first things you're going to do is connect it to the Wi-Fi.
I wish we could show you a side view of how
can.
slim and sleek we can.
We can. There's a camera right behind you.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I wish, you know what, I'm gonna grab my phone really quick just to show you a comparison from my iPhone
Look at that.
to what you're seeing here. When we're talking
And actually,
sleek and slim,
the cardboard is not even part of it. You can't even see.
can you take that off? No,
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin it.
There we go, right there. Look,
Okay, so let's pan down just a little bit.
I'm squeezing the glass. That's it right there.
Look at the side profile of my iPhone. Don't
Your
pay
phone is
attention to my
thicker.
broken case. It's thicker, not even including the eye-ring, than the TV.
It's about the thickness. If you take 3 credit cards and stack them on top of each other, that's the thickness. Now, at the bottom, in all fairness, it bumps out at the very bottom because that's where all the guts are. That's where all of your inputs are. And by the way, as far as the inputs go, we'll show you that in just a minute, everything you could possibly want to hook up to this device has an input back there, including something that I just discovered recently. We always talk about HDMI. What's HDMI? I plug my cable box in with an HDMI cord, and I plug a gaming system in with an HDMI cord, and I plug a this, and I plug a that. Well, now there's HDMI 2.1, which is the next evolution of what will happen, meaning it hasn't even happened yet. They put technology in here to accept devices and tech, especially when it comes to gaming. That's on the way.
Do you
And
know
how
what I
often, well, I was just going to say real
think?
quick, how often can you buy something that's somewhat future-proof when it comes to technology? Usually you drive it off
reminds
the
me.
lot and
Yeah.
it's out of date within a year or two. No, this one's ready for the next generation. Yep.
And here's all the inputs and outputs for you.
Yeah, so there's the HDMI that I'm talking about. USB ports, why do you want that? Because you can put pictures and videos on a thumb drive and drop it in there. Antenna and the cable are our friends, the coax cable. Composite, so if you have an older device, you can still plug that in. Ethernet is a way to hardwire your cable. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can plug directly into your router. The mini jack and the optical is high definition audio. If you have a sound bar, that's one way to plug it in using an optical cable. Thanks, guys.
Cool. I was kind of thinking about when you're talking about of the generation. Remember
Yeah.
that TV back in the day that had the VCR slot and the DVD slot? And you're like,
You were
what's
pretty
this?
Johnny Big Time if you had that, right?
Right? You're like, what's this DVD slot
Yeah.
for? I'm never going to use that. And then
You did.
went away the VHSs.
Exactly.
And then we were only using the DVD. It's kind of like that in the sense of we're looking forward to the future, but really embracing where we're at as well. When it comes to TV viewing, I don't know about you, but the amount of hours that you spend gaming, watching sports, your favorite TV shows, shopping through QVC, I don't know if it's like bad or good to admit this, but we spend probably 90% of the time gathered around that focal